Hello everyone and welcome to Crypto Night, the crypto investor channel. Today I'm with Nino Bocchi and he's part of Ikra Group, and we're going to discuss a little bit what's the point of view of crypto, what it means, in the banking industry, and he'll be discussing with us, his point of view and what he thinks. Hello Nino, how you doing?
Hello, I'm doing great. Thank you for the invitation.
Well, can you briefly introduce yourself so people understand exactly what is it you do?
So my name is Nino Bocchi. I'm from Italy. I'm Italian. I'm a manager with more than 20 years of experience gained in different contexts and areas of financial sector, mostly banking. I worked for more than 10 years with the Ikra Bank. This is parent company of Ikra Group. Just to give you a piece of context, Ikra has 130 banks, is the third biggest bank in Italy or the fourth according to the metric used. Specifically, in Ikra had the role of senior area manager and later business development manager. I work also as a deputy general manager of a local bank. Right now, I work as a business manager in the banking and insurance field in Generali Insurance subsidiaries company. Our two joint venture with Ikra that provide products and services through the banking branch network. I'm responsible for leading and implementing business through the banking channel. So, long story short, I'm working in a traditional finance that for now is far from the crypto world. Generally speaking, we can say that the world banking system is resistant to the disruptive technology, at least for now.
Well, thank you for the introduction. So everyone, you understand that Nino is in traditional finance, and that's why I invited him, because I was interested to see his point of view and how do they actually see crypto in traditional finance. So I guess the first question is, what is your view on crypto? Do you see it as a threat? Do you see it as an opportunity? And why? Depending on, is it a threat or opportunity, and why do you see it that way?
So my point of view is on the other side of the financial world. So we could say that to better explain whether and eventually why crypto is a threat or an opportunity, I'd like to share with you the main perspective on this topic we can find. Financial institutions in general have a mixed view on crypto, and opinions are divergent. Some see them as a threat to their traditional business model and potential source of financial instability. Others, and I'm among them, see crypto as an opportunity for innovation and growth. I could say those who view crypto as a threat link them to volatility, lack of regulation, and association with illegal activity. Those are the reason of main concern. They also worry that cryptocurrency could replace traditional currencies and disrupt the existing financial infrastructure. This, in my opinion, is a defensive position. Is a defensive position of the financial classic world. But from my point of view, I see cryptocurrencies as an opportunity to modernize and improve the financial system. I believe that cryptos have the potential to increase financial inclusion, reduce transaction costs, and theoretically boost efficiency. In the end, blockchain, that is the basis, technology could be a solution to improve transparency and security in financial transactions. So to conclude, cryptocurrencies are, in my opinion, complex and evolving world. But I'm confident that as the technology matures and becomes more widely adopted, it's likely that financial institutions will become more comfortable with it and see it as an opportunity rather than a threat.
All right, yeah, that makes sense. I think, but you mentioned an interesting point is regulations, and a lot of people in crypto are afraid of regulations, but they don't realize that big investors, banks, everybody that has massive amounts of money in the play, they will never touch something that is not regulated. So regulations have to come if people want to see mass adoption of crypto. The next question is, if you see the traditional finance eventually adopting some crypto technologies, like you said, the blockchain, and doing different things, where do you see that crypto could have an immediate interest for the banks? What area? I mean, I think that maybe wire transfers worldwide is possibly one of them. But what other areas do you see that could be interesting for banks to use crypto?
This is a very interesting question. It could be also a long answer, but I try to be short. Straightforward answer is yes. In my opinion, it's possible that traditional finance and crypto will merge in the future. But how? This process could involve the integration of crypto assets and blockchain technology into the existing financial system, and also the creation of eventually hybrid financial products that combine traditional and digital assets. You see, in this scenario, traditional financial institutions such banks and asset managements, or as you said before, payment processors, could offer crypto services alongside the existing offering. I mean, they have to consider something like a joint venture more than a competitor. This could include the ability to buy, sell, and use crypto for payment, investment, as well as to set we could call crypto-based financial products such as loans and insurance. Insurance could be a really important area of business to develop this, in my opinion. In this merged environment, customer will access to a wider range of financial products and services with the potential of lower cost and faster transactions and improved security compared to the traditional financial system to overcome before a full merger between traditional finance and crypto can or could take place. Challenges, as you said also before, mentioned before, regulatory clarity, stability, and security, that in some way they are, or all of them connect each other. Nevertheless, the trend towards increased collaboration between the two industries suggests to me that a merger is becoming gradually and more likely in the future. In the future, I think it could be like this.
Just to finish off, and I think that thank you for all those answers. On the regulation side and on the point of view of the traditional finance, on the banking point of view, what kind of regulations would you like to see put in place that would reinsure traditional finance and say, okay, now these regulations are in place, we feel confident enough that we can start doing, like you said, partnerships. And we've seen partnerships between MasterCard and some crypto projects like Polygon and other things happening. But what kind of regulations would you think would be beneficial to see all those things work together?
Yeah, as you said, regulation first can reassure the traditional finance. It can help traditional finance to speak the same language. But I could say we know for sure that the regulatory environment for crypto and traditional finance now is evolving. It, in my opinion, should be evolving. It is difficult to predict exactly what kind of regulation we take in the future. I think, though, that this is a strategical element, thing, as it will give confidence and trust to the market. You know, this is the basis. Trust is one of the pillars of the banking and financial system in general. Otherwise, the risk is that crypto was seen only as a speculative investment. When you have trust, the market can appreciate even more the benefit of crypto itself, such as I said before, financial inclusion, reduction of costs, and increase of transparency. So it's likely that regulators will focus on ensuring the stability and safety of the financial system that incorporate crypto. So in my opinion, it should be the same kind of regulation, theoretically. From a banking point of view, I think that I could give you some specific from a strictly point of view of banking. The main two elements that occur in my mind are anti-money laundering and know your customer, that for banks banks may be required to implement those protocols to prevent the use of crypto for illegal activities such money laundering. And the second main point is capital and solvency requirement. This is very important. Banks may be required to hold enough capital to cover potential losses from crypto-related activities such as market fluctuations. And then, of course, other hot topics, but I'm sure you already discussed, like customer protections, cybersecurity, and taxation. So these are just a few examples, especially the two I mentioned before, of the types of regulation that could be introduced in the future. And of course, this will depend on the specific goals of the regulators. Actually, I don't know, but I hope is going like I was saying. In the end, it's likely that regulation will play a key role in shaping the future of crypto and traditional finance industries, both together. And to conclude, I think that it's important for banks to stay tuned and prepare to play the game surfing this disruptive phenomenon. Like every one of us is trying to surf the disruptive technology in every world. I've concluded, but just to mention one thing, the creators of ChatGPT, they are the first to say that ChatGPT or the AI in general should be regulated. So it's not a problem of a crypto. It is a question related to all the new world that we are facing.
Yeah, that's very true. Any new technology that's going to change a lot of things in the world we live in, you know, they do have to be regulated. The KYC that you mentioned and the anti-money laundering, definitely the KYC, it's getting everywhere in crypto. We're seeing that it's there's not an exchange anymore, you know, that doesn't apply this. And the anti-money laundering, it's getting also traction. So we're seeing some of those things, not enough yet, but we're getting more and more. And the honest retailers out there that are trying to invest into crypto, they have no problem, doing those things. So, is there anything else you want to add? Just as a last question, any other remarks or comments about crypto in general?
As a last thought, I would say that I like the way crypto hit the financial world. Because as I was saying before, crypto is a part of disruptive technologies, and disruptive technology is change. It could change our world for good, but it depends how you're facing it. Like I was saying, surfing the new that is coming. If there is a big wave, and you are not surfing it, you risk to hit in the face. I mean, this is the thing. Traditional finance, and not only traditional finance, but all the traditional industries need to face the disruptive technologies. And I think the best thing they could do is like a merging, consider them not a threat, but a partner of a possible joint venture or something together. This is the world we are facing, and it's fascinating. It's tough, it's difficult, because keep on thinking or keep on changing is difficult. Not everyone has this attitude, but I think it's really fascinating.
Perfect. Well, Nino, thank you so much for your lights, and especially it's always great to have people from a particular industry to give us some real lights on what that industry is really thinking. So truly appreciate your time. And, we'll see over the next few years how things play out and how things evolve. I'm sure it'll be interesting years ahead of us.
I'm sure of it. I'm sure of it. We'll see.
Thank you, Nino, and thank you, everyone.
I hope this video helps. Thank you for watching. Have a good day.
If you haven't already, please subscribe to our channel, and if you like the video at the end, click on the thumbs up.